let's talk about something. What I want to talk about is a new coalition that the Warriors are very proud to be a part of. It's called the Digital Childhood Alliance. I want to get into this with you because we've got now this full wheel with all these spokes making each spoke is turning the wheel. It is moving faster than I can even tell you about, and that is the internet. That is big tech. That is specifically AI, artificial intelligence. It is frightening. It is scary. What are we going to do about it? What is it, mom and dad? What are families going to do about it? What are the kids going to do about it? The chat GPT was thrust upon us, and a lot of people are using it already. They're using it for things like looking up, am I attractive? Doing their homework for them, writing letters for them, writing notes for them, doing anything that requires any kind of real writing. That in and of itself, to me, is very frightening. I understand how it can save time, how it can be more thorough. But if that's not your voice, for instance, the way ChatGPT writes things, right away people know it's not you. So again, for me, I was thinking about this. Basically the internet, people portray these false lives. Everybody has a great life, right? Through pictures, through I'm doing this, fear of missing out. You know the drill. I don't have to tell you about it. So now we're going to have this chat GPT where everybody is a wonderful, thorough writer, rushing through life. But I want to tell you why we formed the Digital Childhood Alliance. We are the Warriors of 50 organizations that have come together. And we'll be going to DC this Tuesday to talk all about it, to meet, to start brainstorming, and to really get into the meat and potatoes of what we're doing. And I want to talk about the App Store Accountability Act. Now, it's been floating around the last few weeks. Texas, Governor Greg Abbott just signed it into law, but you have to know what this is and why we're working on it and why we're so passionate about it. They say the road to hell, I know we're a family program, is paved with good intentions, but in today's big tech world, you know what? It's lined with addictive algorithms, addictive apps, hidden algorithms, and zero accountability. Today, we're exposing the truth behind a group you need to know about and that we are so proud to be a part of, the Digital Childhood Alliance. Look, today we know, that I don't have to tell you any of this, but let's review it. We want to expose the truth behind our group, what we are about, what you need to know about the Digital Childhood Alliance, why every state in America must pass the App Store Accountability Act now before it's too late. As this AI is being thrust upon us and rolled upon us, we have to get down to the bottom of being serious. Now, look, here's the hard truth. First of all, bipartisan issues belongs to no political party. The truth is 90%, 91% of American teens use iPhones, not flip phones, not kid-safe devices. iPhones, despite our preaching all the time. And I'll say preaching that you can use an iPhone, but you can buy, Bark, which will help monitor your kids' phones for dangerous content. Gab, which has looks just like an iPhone, but it's kid-friendly, kid-safe, meaning you can program in phone numbers, you can do text messaging, but there's no internet access and none of this danger that we keep talking about. Yet, still, about 91% of the teens have an iPhone, and Apple has given app developers a blank check to target our children with zero meaningful oversight. Did you hear what I said? We've got these predatory algorithms, hidden data mining. Remember, that's money. Looking for information, rolling that into advertising, eyeballs of your kids. Your kids are the product. You know what? If you tell that to your kids, help them wake up, let them get a little angry, people are making a lot of money off of you, this will help thwart some of this. Well, when you do say, let's put the phones down for an hour today, all of us, including parents, they'll be more likely to do it if you instill in them the danger and they're making money off you. Because I work with kids, and when we get the kids to understand this, they get very angry. And they're like, wow, well, we didn't understand this. We didn't know this. And they will be more willing, okay, more reason, kids, let's put the phones down for a little bit. They get it. But there's so much pornographic content. We barely even touch upon that. It is designed designed. It is not anybody's fault. It is being, again, I use the word thrust, thrown. The kids are deluged with all of this content, this horrific content that many have described, once seen, they can't unsee. And when I say to you, again, we're a family program, it is horrific content. It is not just two people, things with children, things with animals, harming, awful, awful stuff. I can't even say to you, we have a lot of gambling things going on now online, and no parental controls. There's been nothing done. I mean, we just had the Take It Down Act signed. I was privileged to be in the Rose Garden with our First Lady and President Donald Trump when they signed this about 2 weeks ago. But the first piece of child safety legislation since 1998, that is horrific. That's criminal. That's criminal. So Apple's App Store, let's think about it. When I just said 91% of the kids are on iPhones, no accountability, no guardrails. The App Store is a wild, wild west for kids. And you know what? Our kids are the sitting ducks. So enter the Digital Childhood Alliance. I couldn't be happier to be a member of this. Again, bipartisan, made up. The coalition is made up of parents, survivors, tech reformers, and frontline advocates. And that could be you. These are not bureaucrats. We are not bureaucrats. We are warriors. Repeat, we are warriors. We are calling on state lawmakers to do what Washington refuses to do, to hold big tech accountable. How many times have you heard me say that? What is the App Store Accountability Act? Here are the bullet points. Let me break it down, make it very easy. Requires real age verification for apps. Now, think about this, because I'm going to go back now. There used to be, going back into the beginning of this gaming, and I think I'm even thinking about Game Boys, if you can remember all that, where there was age verification that worked. So maybe I'm going back now 15 years. So if it worked then, now think about this. Why can't we have age verification now? I guess they figured out we'd rather have the Wild West and make money off of the kids, but requires, App Store Accountability Act, let's stick on point here, requires real age verification, mandatory parental opt-ins, transparency in algorithmic targeting, and fines for apps that harm kids or mislead parents. And I want to remind you that our HEAT initiative, we're also part of, did a wonderful study a couple of months back, and they tested 200 different, I believe it was 200 different apps on the Apple App Store. And they found that a very large percentage of them, I think it was something maybe like 70% were not, the correct ages were not put on them. They say 4+, 8+, 12+. A lot of these that had those ages also had sexual content, horrific gaming, dangerous. So you can't even trust, and most people do, if they go to the Apple App Store and they see an app, a game, your child says, gee, I want it. Say he's 9 years old. And it says, for 8+, I'm not blaming you. You're going to sign on because you think Apple knows best. Well, we're here to say deceptive advertising. But you know what? The App Store Accountability Act is a line in the sand. Either we protect children right now, or we're going to be handing them over. We already have. It's going to get worse. Mark my words. Or if we do not protect kids now and pass this App Store Accountability Act, we're handing our kids over to predators, and those would be the corporations, the biggest corporations on the earth. So what I need you to do, I need all warriors to call your state legislator, demand action. Tell them to pass the App Store Accountability Act now, not next year, not next month. We're talking right now. We're right into June right now. We can't have any more scandals. I can't face any more parents who've lost a child or a child has been harmed by big tech. It's not fair. It's not right. And you know what? This isn't just about apps. Let's think about it for a minute. I'm going to get a little philosophical here, maybe. It's about whether we as a society still have the guts to defend childhood. I say we do because we are warriors. And I believe all of you are warriors. I'm so upset about all of this. But here's the good news. Many states right now have stepped up and they are enacting legislation. They are doing a far better job than our federal government right now. Congress is failing. I have no problem Tuesday in Washington while I'm on Capitol Hill saying this to people's faces. What is holding all of this up, right? We're done waiting for the feds to grow a spine. This is about your child, our children, our grandchildren, our future children and grandchildren. Your neighbor's daughter. What if you don't have kids? It's about just our children. No more excuses. We're fed up. No more. So again, I want all of you. App Store Accountability Act. I'll have the information in the body of this video. House.gov, Senate.gov. I don't care. Sound the alarm. Keep saying it. Get it out there. Government, the federal government is asleep at the wheel. States are stepping up. I am very proud. New York has legislation right now. Florida, Texas just passed into law this age verification. But you know what? Because we, as coalition members, said enough is enough. We've been talking about these issues for 4 years now. It's here, AI, and we are going to raise our voices on Capitol Hill. We are going to demand action. But I do want to throw out to the states out there. So many states right now are doing some great work. I want to make sure, let me make sure, because I want to give a little call out to the states doing the great work. So just bear with me for a second. And that would be, let's see, advancing Utah, Alabama, Alaska, South Carolina, Kentucky, and Hawaii. We've got many states lined up that want to introduce this kind of legislation as well. But you know, Apple, they've gotten away with everything. And kids are the afterthought. They're not even on their mind. You know, kids equal dollar signs. So what we want to do is get everybody on board. We need all of you. We need pressure. We need pressure on Washington. We're happy to do that heavy lifting. In the meantime, House.gov, Senate.gov, find out who represents you. App Store Accountability Act. I will put information in the body of the video so you can take your time and read about it. Truly, it is time to get up in arms. It's time to get angry. It's time to demand more. I mean, government works for us. We pay the taxes. We pay dearly. And now we're paying with our children's lives, literally. Please honor our hashtag Community Creates Change. Stay tuned for all kinds of videos. Go back. I recommend one video right now to you. I recommend looking for the Tim Estes video on this channel. AI expert for 25 years, describes the landscape, exactly what is going on right now. Educate yourselves. That's the first step. Share the information. Then I recommend the chat I did with Melissa Kaiser, social worker. She lays out a lot of great take actions because everybody right now is on overload, especially our kids' youth mental health crisis. Let's talk about it, but let's have solutions. Let's have resources, and there are plenty. So remember, community creates change. There is a lot of hope. The warriors will carry the weight for you, but I need you also. So take action. And when you wake up each and every day, go out and be a warrior.